There is growing concern in Hamilton tonight over a right-wing extremist group's plan for a rally in the city. And there are repeated calls for the city to take action to prevent the meeting from happening later this month. Al Sweeney is covering this story and joins us live with the latest. Al?
Adam, the group called Diagolon is planning the Hamilton meeting as part of what it calls its road rage terror tour of Canadian cities. Diagolon has its sights set on Hamilton on July 31st, with community activists raising an alarm, saying this is an extreme event that must be condemned.
Some community leaders and members are saying we do not want them here in Hamilton.
Kojo Damti is part of a group of community activists who wrote to elected officials this week saying Diagolon is a network of people that espouse violent, neo-fascist, eugenicist views, with an explicit intent to incite racist violence and overthrow the state to build a white ethno-state.
There's a fentanyl zombie crisis everywhere. It looks like Mega City 10.
Podcast host and Diagolon founder Jeremy McKenzie didn't respond to our request for comment today. But a House of Commons report says Diagolon stokes racism and anti-immigration and anti-government sentiments, while the U.S. State Department calls it a far-right extremist group.
Their message is very divisive. Their message is hateful. I also think that they're very violent and extreme. Some of them have been found to have weapons, body vests, and they've also talked about raging violent treatment on certain groups, South Asian populations, Muslim populations, and Jewish.
Mayor Andrea Horvath has issued a statement saying she is appalled by the news of the planned visit. She says Hamilton has no place for hate, and she's spoken with Hamilton Police Services, who are actively monitoring the situation. But Damti says Horvath and other leaders have to go further.
I am hoping that they would talk to all the venues in Hamilton, public venues in Hamilton, to say, hey, you should be on the lookout for any request for this meeting that's going to happen on July 31st. And if they get a request, they should refuse it.
He also points out that racism is part of Hamilton's history as a center of the Ku Klux Klan in the 1900s.
Hamilton has been one of the cities with the highest incidence of hate crimes across the country. So to have this group here in a city that's always ranked in the top 10 and at one point in time was #1 is a problem.
He says the city's leaders have to show they're taking this seriously. So Diagolon hasn't said where the meeting will be held in Hamilton on the 31st.